Hello and good evening, everyone. My name is Charlene Wayanka. I'm one of the leaders in California. Welcome to Tuesday Night Training. I'm excited to see every one of you all. You can be anywhere, but you're here with us this evening. We are broadcasting nationwide here on Zoom. This will also be live later on, if I'm not mistaken. And I just want to check in with everyone. If you can drop in the chat real quick where you're chiming in from, what city and state. Okay, and we want to see who's on this evening. Also, if your camera is off, if you can, please be on camera. We'd love to see you and interact with you this evening. And by chance, if you're on it, it looks like everyone is named, but if you're on like iPhone or Samsung or something where there's not your phone, I'm sorry, name attached to where it says phone there, please make sure to identify yourself so that we can see you, okay? And call you by name if we have to. But anyway, you guys, we have a great lineup this evening. A couple things going on. The timing of our company. This is a time that's never happened before. Like you saw in the video, 30 years unstoppable. We're so excited to be able to share the information that we have this evening. Okay, if you can't tell, I'm excited, but we are totally excited. Okay, and we are just going to be here for just about an hour and about 15 minutes. After, we're going to game plan and strategize. And so if you could stick around for the breakout rooms, we'd love to talk to you guys about the next steps. And I have the honor and pleasure of introducing a gentleman that I truly respect. He's my brother from Houston, Texas, a multi-business owner and very well known in the business community out there in Texas. And he's had a couple of publications that he's been featured in. And you'll see with the information that he has to share why we're all excited tonight. So I'm going to pass it over all the way to Houston, Texas, Mr. Daryl Taylor.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Miss Charlene. Ladies and gentlemen, can you all give Miss Charlene a good round of applause? We call her Super Mom because, this is a work from anywhere type of environment. You could be in the office, you could be even home. She just had a baby, a new mom. So she's doing an incredible job in our opportunity. But, ladies and gentlemen, Charlene said a lot of great things about me, but she said I was a business owner. And the reason I was looking for something outside of what I'm currently doing is because I didn't just want to put more time, but I wanted to have more freedom. And what I get the opportunity to do is actually share with you what is our organization and our community about. You see that we're talking about raise the bar, but our company name is called ACN. And, we're a customer acquisition company that's been over 30 years, like Miss Charlene said, since January of 1993. We're focused in the US and Canada, billions in sales and growing, millions of customers acquired. To this very day, we're the world's largest direct seller of telecommunications, energy, and other essential services. And at the bottom, you see from Inc. 500 to an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. One thing I know in business, that documentation, it beats the conversation. But what is it that we do? We offer the services that everybody has, wants, and needs. You have them, you want them, but I'm not talking about selling lotions, potions, butt creams, but you also see these are logos at the bottom. These are logos you already recognize. I'm pretty sure people here represent, they recognize T-Mobile, AT&T, Verizon. This ain't like, my friend Jonathan Thomas, he always says boo-boo's internet. This ain't a bunch of startup companies, but we offer the services that you have to have for the rest of your life. Services people are addicted to, like wireless or cell phones. There's people on this call right now, they're addicted to their cell phone right now. And high-speed internet, bundling, energy, it's about to get hot in the state of Texas right now. So if you don't have electricity, you already know what's up. But healthcare is something that we have to have. And if you see, it has its own section at the bottom where it says impact. We are on a crusade right now where we're saving up to 70% in savings just on literally what our decentralized technology is doing. And because of technology, it's changing the way that we do business. From Blockbuster, there's a reason why Netflix is killing it right now, because Blockbuster has ceased to exist now. The hotel industry, people book their rooms now with someone now opening up an online business where now they can have Airbnb help them generate income. Same thing with Uber. Nobody catches taxis anymore, to be honest with you. From Toys R Us, you can be on Amazon now with a one-click buy. But what we're doing with our decentralized technology right now and what is patented, even on a government patent website with Impact Health Share, that is what we're now currently on a crusade with, that is impacting so many individuals. And what's the difference between Impact versus traditional health insurance that covers all the comprehensive medical treatments that you may need, from illness all the way to preventative care? High monthly premiums you'll experience in traditional health insurance, but you can get up to 70% savings just with Impact Healthcare. And for myself, I saved over $400 plus per month just with Impact. Same thing even when it comes to high deductible per family member, Impact goes by the household. You know, it can be as low as $2,500 for a PRA or a primary responsibility amount, you know. And what I love about Impact is that right now, I'm pretty sure for those, especially in Texas, you've been hearing about physicians right now that, you know, certain, you know, patients are not feeling comfortable with the way that they're, you know, using their information. And you are allowed with Impact to choose a physician or facility that you feel comfortable with for you and your family. Same thing goes even for lower RX pricing. Same thing, lower co-shares, lower provider fees, including, and this one's one of my personal favorites, 24/7 telehealth with no cost added. Another thing that really touched my heart about Impact Health Share is that they don't discriminate. For those that may not have a social security number, but they have an I-10 number, and if they're from Mexico, Guatemala, or Canada, they can still get coverage for them and their entire family in their household. And we also have mental health coverage with Holistic coming out soon. Another thing that touched my heart with ACN is that Project Feeding Kids is actually our foundation that we have as a nonprofit, where every time someone signs up for the ACN service, they feed a hungry child. But every month you have to pay these bills. If you remember what I said, that you have to pay anyway just to live your life. You're feeding a hungry child month after month, year after year. And what's amazing, the last 10 plus years that we've been having this foundation, we fed millions of meals to children who don't know where their next meal is coming from. But what's amazing about our opportunity? What's amazing, me as a business owner, why did it attract me? It attracted me because I like a business where there's no quotas, there's no limits, and I can work this anytime, anywhere. You know, for if I get 5 services just myself personally, and keep in mind, I even said here during this meeting that these are the services you have to have yourself. In other words, you can become your own customer. I have over 3 cell phones alone. I clearly have healthcare. My sister and my mother all have healthcare. And at the same time, home security, already with internet, I'm already up to 8. And that's what's amazing. The first 5, you can get $200. With 8 services, you get an additional 3. Now you're at $400. Another 3 services, every 3 services that you get with no cap and no limits, and these bonuses are paid weekly, every 3 services you get, you can earn $200 as much as you want. But what really caught my attention also outside of the upfront bonus money was also that they pay you also a percentage off of the bill that you're gonna have to pay anyways. And you can earn up to 20% in residual income, where keep in mind, I only signed up for the service once, but I'm getting paid month after month, year after year for bills I'm gonna have to pay anyways. What made ACN even more attractive is that even though anyone out there, you know, probably can become customers, because I'm sure if I asked everyone during this meeting that, do you know someone that uses electricity? Do you know someone right now that's looking at their cell phone or uses a cell phone right now? At the end of the day, we're addicted to these services, ladies and gentlemen. And if you know people that use these services anyways, see, they can sign up in the business with you, they can get customers with you, and you can earn up to 4% in something called overriding residual income, where you can earn a percentage, where this philosophy was taken by the first recorded billionaire, J. Paul Getty, who said, I'd rather have 1% of 100 people's efforts instead of 100% of my own. But there's no limit to how many people you can build a team with, and there's no limit to how many customers you guys can acquire. And as you're helping people get customers so they can earn upfront bonus money, the company will still promote you and pay you based on the software that they have available, where all you have to do is do the work, you get the promotion, but you also earn the money. For me, myself, even before I went into business for myself, I worked 3 jobs just to help work myself through college. But see, I had to suck up to a boss, made sure I made right with the managers. I didn't like that because I had a family member that was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. And when a friend called me and showed me this opportunity, he said, you just got to do the work, you can get promoted, moving from CQ customer qualified all the way to senior vice president. What I love about this is, what does it take to partner up with billion-dollar companies though and offer great promotional deals, be partnered up with a nonprofit foundation that helps feed hungry children? Guys, it's only $299 to open up your own company within a company and declare yourself as an independent business owner. You get a personalized online website, training and marketing, business tracking and reporting that's done by a publicly traded company called Salesforce, IBO support, and also, of course, IBO exclusive savings and rebates. but your only responsibility you have to do is just refer customers and direct people to your online store and assist them in becoming a customer. Let ACN take care of the headache. You see at the top, it says $25 a month for your overhead. Myself as a business owner, you heard Charlie talk about all my publications. Some of those press releases that I had to do during the pandemic were $2,500 just for 2 hours on the front page. So compare this to 25 bucks a month. I'm sure that there's people who've had businesses or who've had licenses that cost way more, even the $299 and $25 a month. But see, here's what I'm going to say about ACN is that you're in business for yourself, never by yourself. We have a simple system and a support that's actually going to teach you step by step how to make this business happen, because that is what actually helped me actually become successful, not just within the opportunity, but help other individuals. And what I get the opportunity to do now is actually bring up two individuals who aren't just killing it in the game. What they're doing right now, they're following the system, they attended training, but I'm going to give them a chance to actually talk about and hear, you, ladies and gentlemen, you can hear from them where they're going to give their name, their background, and really what they did and how coachable they were. And the two individuals I'm going to bring up is Executive Team Leader, Miss Joy Wells, and Executive Team Leader, Mr. Rustin Garibay. Thank you.
Okay, hello everyone. My name is Joy Wells. I'm retired now, but I used to work for corporate America for 40 years, give and take, 40 years. I'm with ACN now, and I have been with ACN for a short period of time. Between my team and we have like a little over 100 customers that we are getting paid residual income on. And that is made possible by the training and the support that we get from ACN, the very simple system from ACN right here. Thank you for letting me share, and back to you. Well,
awesome. Now, Mr. Garibay.
Thank you. Thank you. For everybody, my name is Rustin Garibay. I'm a corrosion engineer. I'm very busy. I travel a lot. I'm in Dallas right now. I actually live in Houston, and been in ACN for a short period of time, starting last October. And between my team and myself, we have close to 70, I believe 65, 66 customers. And all that's due to the training and support of the ACN system, and actually me learning how to get out of my own way. Back to you.
Awesome. See, ladies and gentlemen, if you think about it, like they all said one thing in common. They came to training. They had the support. And the thing is, if you're coachable and you stay for training and you take notes, here's what I'm going to tell you, because just by a show of hands here, how many of you guys actually like making money? Like, just show of hands. If you like making money, I want you guys to type in money in the chat right now, because the individual I'm going to have the honor to bring up is right down the street here in Houston, Texas. And this is a gentleman that I don't just have a lot of respect for as a friend. He's a brother in Christ to me in ministry as well. And he's going to show you how to make the money through our ACN compensation plan. So can everyone here in the entire digital stage right now help bring a round of applause for top producing regional director, Mr. Marshall Stewart.
Wow, what an amazing presentation. Thank you so much. Let's keep that applause going for Mr. Daryl Taylor. Just a man of tremendous, integrity and success and just everything. But, of course, what he said about the fact that we're kindred spirits in our faith and all the things that we do together just shows that I'm very blessed to align with people like you're hearing here on this call. So, guys, my name is Marshall. It's good to see your beautiful shining faces here this Tuesday evening on this training. As Daryl said, I'm here in the Houston marketplace. Very fortunate to be a regional director in this amazing opportunity. And outside of it, I'm an entrepreneur in real estate and surrounding industries. And honestly, guys, I was just someone who was tired of getting laid off or tired of having the economy dictate how much money I could make in a particular season. Things beyond my control. I was just tired of the rug being pulled out from underneath me. And I was honestly open-minded to find a plan B to add along to whatever I was doing, right? Would anybody appreciate a plan B at a time like this when inflation keeps going up and there's all this economic uncertainty that we get scared with, et cetera? Well, excuse me. I was very thankful that a friend of mine a few years back showed me this opportunity, and I got started right away. It made way too much sense, but I only had a few hours a week to be able to build this. So thankfully, because of the system that you heard Mr. Taylor talk about, the leadership that we have here, I just plugged away a few hours a week whenever I could, and it turned into hundreds of business partners and thousands of customers and bought me a lot of time in my life and flexibility to be able to enjoy with my family. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you guys, for those of you that are getting started, getting restarted, wanting to understand the basics of how we get paid, I want to share with you guys what to do next, right? And the biggest thing to understand is that here in ACN, we're not just looking for people to join anything. When you join, nobody just benefits once your website is up and running. Our goal is we get paid when customers are acquired. So we have to teach you how to get customers in order for all of us to benefit together. Okay, so those of you that are just getting started, your first goal is to get customer qualified right away today. And how we do that is, just remember, we get 5 services that equal 10 points. 5 services, 10 points. Okay, so what does that mean? You're going to get your first promotion and payout. You'll start opening up the faucet for residual income, and you'll even put yourself in position to get invited to Friday night leadership. But that first payout to you by doing this right away, $200. Wouldn't that be great to get that done today, right away? I know it would for me. Now, I mentioned to get 5 services and 10 points. What that means, guys, is every service has a point value attached to it. Okay, so take a picture or a screenshot of this so you understand all the different points and services available. And we're going to focus on just a few in the conversation tonight as we dig into the customer section as well. Okay, so when you're a customer qualified, you're going to open up the ability to make money in 2 ways. Number one is the mailbox money. That's what got me excited, right? The fact that I could make money while I'm sleeping, while I'm taking time off, while I'm on vacation, it didn't matter, right? I love that concept, but ACN understands that that's going to take time. So for us to dig into residual income, we want you to graduate to that Friday night leadership class where you're going to understand all the details of the percentages that Mr. Taylor talked about, getting up to 20% of your own personal customers and 4% of your team. You'll learn all the breakdown of that in Friday night leadership. So tonight, we're going to talk about how we get the upfront bonuses, like the $200 right away tonight, and then everything that comes with it as you continue to promote in this business. So here is your basic roadmap, right? There's a promotional system that we learn along the way that the more customers we get and we help other people get along with us, we're going to be able to promote to higher positions. And our goal is eventually to run to regional director, right? And this is a position where you're going to be able to make some serious decisions in your life, okay? So more details again on Friday night leadership. So once you get customer qualified, anybody remember how to do that? Didn't we say 5 services, 10 points? Just remember that right away. You want to do that today. You're going to get $200 whenever we get those customers. And I set up everything I could right away. I put in 8 services between my wife and I in our own home. Didn't matter if we were under contract or not. Didn't matter if, how much money I was saving or whatever the case may be. I was going to set up everything myself. So I paid myself as soon as I set everything up myself, right? And then when you continue to get more and more services, like I mentioned, 8 services myself, that pays a $400 bonus, because after you get the 5 services and 10 points, the reason why is every additional 3 services that you get that also equals 6 points is an additional $200. So there's no limit to how many services and bonus money you can make right away. So if you're someone that has a lot of services to put in between your own household and anybody else there's some serious upfront money, right? Just by getting customers ourselves. Now, you heard from some incredibly, prominent executive team leaders that are rising in this opportunity, Mr. Russin and Ms. Joy. They're excited because as executive team leaders, that means they and their team combined for at least 30 points. You heard Russin with 70. You heard Joy with over 100, right? The reason why that's exciting is because now as an executive team leader, anytime somebody joins Miss Joy's business and they get their customer qualifying bonus, you remember how to do that? 5 services, 10 points. When they help someone new do that, Miss Joy will get an extra $50 for every promoted customer qualified business partner. 10 people do that in a particular month. That's $500 extra in Miss Joy's pocket. Congratulations, right? Sometimes that happens for some executive team leaders in 1 week. And then here's the beautiful thing. If you're brand new and you're just getting started, there's an April Fast Start bonus. When we help you reach executive team leader in your first 30 days, you may be in position to earn an additional $500 on top of everything we just talked about. So that's why it's so exciting that we want to get customer qualified right away. And then we're going to help other people do the same thing, which we'll explain later in the training, right? Now, regional coordinator. What's super awesome about regional coordinator is you give yourself a raise 3 times up. There's a regional coordinator here on the line. You just heard from Mr. Daryl Taylor, Ms. Jessica Vargas. These people are excited. Why? Because every time somebody joins their business and they get their customer qualifying customers, right? Their bonus, whatever, right? They're going to put themselves in a position. Those new people will get $200, but look how much Mr. Taylor and Ms. Vargas get. $150 for every new customer qualified business partner. So if 20 people, happen to get their customer qualifying bonus, brand new people get that bonus within the first 30 days, they're going to be able to get $3,000 extra when 20 people do that in their team. What if they have a super awesome week where 20 new business partners get customer qualified in a week? That's an extra $3,000 that week. Not bad for part-time money. Not bad for doing it alongside your career or your business. That's what's exciting. So to be a regional coordinator, you and your team combine for 200 points. And here's what's also amazing about that. ACN put an incredible bonus together where when you do this in your first 90 days, as someone who's getting started here in April and doing it in your first 90 days, you're going to be able to earn an additional $1,000 in addition to all the money that we're talking about here. I'm excited about that, ladies and gentlemen, because when you have a story like this that you're able to convey, not only does it get other people excited, but other people are going to want to beat that record, whatever time you did it. And that's how you create some serious excitement in your business. Now, what I want you to understand is all of that money we talked about is exciting. We're going to teach you how to build that kind of momentum. You're working with leaders who have done it, been there, done that sort of thing. But what I want you to remember about this is the bonuses are the things that pay you up front, and bonuses are earned whenever you get customers. Guess what happens whenever those customers pay their bills? You're building your residual income over time. So eventually, your residuals are going to outgrow your bonus money, where you're getting direct deposits from the bonuses and you're like, oh, that's cute. When's my residual really coming in? Right? That's the big one I want. That's the money that's going to take care of my vacation for the rest of the year, or spend time with family, or whatever I need to do, right? So your residual is the treasure chest that you're building over time. The bonus money is what's going to fuel that in the beginning. Okay? So the main goal of today is get customer qualified right away. Remember how much it is. 5 services, 10 points. You get your $200 bonus right now. Now, in addition, where do these initial customers come from? Okay? You heard a little bit about what I did, right? Which is I was my first customer and I didn't have to be convinced. And then in addition, you have other people that we're going to be sharing this business with, and they might not be ready to do this business, but they're very glad to save money, or they're very excited to be able to support you whenever you word it correctly. So I signed up, if you remember, 8 services of my own. Whenever I got started, between my wife and I, we set up all the services that we could in our own household. And guess what that did for me? It gave me belief in all the services that we had available. Not only did it help me promote real quickly and get some bonus money, but I also learned the sign-up process. I went from selling to sharing. And then the best part was I went from AT&T paying, I went from paying AT&T to AT&T now paying me, right? When my mentor told me that, I was all in. You didn't have to fight me over anything. I wanted to make sure these companies were paying me back, right? And so in addition, what that put me in a position to do is answer questions from potential customers or teammates. When someone would ask me, well, do you have it? I didn't want to be in a position where I said, well, no, I don't have it. I was hoping you'd try it, right? I didn't want to be that guy. I wanted to let them know, absolutely, I have Impact Health Sharing. And let me tell you something, it's an incredible service. I can walk them through how it works. This is how ID Seal covers your identity and your devices. This is how Zoom Energy not only saved me money on my energy bill, but also gave me a loyalty program. This is how all these things, I was able to explain all these things to both my potential customers and benefits. And you know what? what they said? All right, Marshall, I'm in. Sign me up. Right? Because it was a transfer of energy and belief, a transfer of belief and enthusiasm. Right? I didn't have to sell them on anything. I showed them myself. I showed them my Vivint system that gets everybody excited when they see how it works. Okay, so being your own customer is crucial in this business of whatever you can. And as you continue to get customers, what I found out as I got more energy customers, mine eventually became free. We're offering free services here, free energy, free identity theft and device protection services, free cell phone services. In fact, if you're one of the champions here on the line that has a free service of any kind, put it in the chat if you would. We want to create that culture where we're showing people, hey, it's weird to pay bills here at ACN, right? That's an 18th century concept to us, right? You know, we're looking to free people from some of these bills. So let us know what you have for free. We would love to hear that, right? And then there's some amazing business services that ACN is actually launching in the moment. There's a one-stop shop for business owners where they can put together all of their telecom, their, you know, all of the video conferencing they have available, the file collaboration, emailing, everything, where it's going to be a seamless experience and business owners are going to be able to utilize this. It's called Intermedia Cloud Communications, and it revolutionizes how they do business in a very seamless way. So learn from your mentor and you know, be able to plug into some of the trainings to understand that as well. And I'm super excited about the fact that this month we're launching ADP, which is obviously one we don't have to, you know, describe too much. Most of us understand that this is the leading company in payroll and HR solutions. And we have the ability not just to help business owners, you know, save money here, get residuals for life, all those kinds of things, but we guarantee that because of ADP's partnership with ACN, it's an exclusive deal where they'll get 40% savings right off the top. Can't beat it, right? So that's what's incredible. That's actually underway right now. I'm excited for this. And then, of course, Zoom Energy, the more customers that you help save money or get good quality service anywhere in the US that we have it available, there's extra bonus money available for more customers that you get. So take a picture, a screenshot of this if this is a service you want to focus on. I'm excited about a lot of the things that we have available, but there's nothing better that we feel that we have in our hands right now than this purposeful service called Impact Health Sharing. You heard Mr. Taylor talk about it earlier. This is something that we feel is actually changing the entire dynamic of a broken system in the healthcare world. And I want you guys to hear from a business owner that speaks on it from his perspective as a customer or as a member of Impact Health Sharing, as well as an independent business owner here in ACN. Listen to this, and I'm going to come back and explain what this means.
Can't hear Marshall.
You guys can't hear it? No? Okay, let me start over. Sorry about that.
Yeah, I've been in the aerospace industry going on 40 years. We have 130 employees between two facilities, one here in Connecticut, one in Fort Worth, Texas. We currently are offering Impact as an option to our standard insurance offering with Cigna. And we have 9 employees that have taken advantage of that so far. Others are very interested. And just with those 9 employees, we're saving $7,000 a month over what it would have cost us with Cigna. Not only that, but this past year, our renewal with Cigna was over $1 million. And we got a quote from Impact. And if all of our employees switch to Impact, that cost would be $360,000. So I don't know if they're all going to switch, but that number looked pretty enticing to me. On top of the things that Craig said about the great service and member-centric approach that Impact has, it's been a great thing. I love introducing this to other business owners because they can take advantage of the savings, they can take advantage of the residuals, and give back more to their employees.
So I want you guys to understand what he just said. As a business owner, able to go from paying $1 million annually for the healthcare of all his employees down to $360,000. Would you agree that business owner is excited about the savings? But how about the fact that he's also an IBO, an independent business owner in this opportunity, and he gets paid a rebate basically on his own, healthcare for his employees. He gets paid residually off of $360,000. What if that was your customer? What if that happened to just land in your organization because you told a business owner, we have something like Impact Health Sharing that works better, feels better, and even saves people that amount of money, right? Would you agree we have something very unique on our hands? So how do we begin offering this service? First and foremost, those of you that are just getting started, you need to make sure you're accredited. So get with your mentor or your leader, whomever you're working with, to get yourself in position to offer this. And then on top of that, as you continue to attend trainings like this one, specific trainings that we have available for Impact, and even the local ones and international ones that we have coming up. There's local events coming up this weekend that we're excited about, and international ones as well. But let me tell you something. You get passionate about this one service, it can change everything about your business, your life. And all we have to do is just open our mouths and let people know, ask them if they're open to getting a quote on their healthcare cost and go from there. To do so, all we need is just the date of birth of the oldest family member that would be on the plan. And if they like what they see and they're ready to rock and roll, enroll them right away. There's no open enrollment period whatsoever. You can enroll them whenever you want, right? If they have questions, guess what? You don't have to know the answers to everything. I love that I'm not an expert in healthcare. I actually have access to the experts in healthcare because all I got to do is get them connected through our website, and an Impact Health Sharing representative will help answer any questions that our prospects have, and that way we can help move them forward into enrollment. Okay, so I love the fact that we have the ability to do that. Okay, now Impact, in addition, they have our backs through everything, as you're hearing, but what they also do is they negotiate and reduce all bills that are provided from doctors and providers. And it's an average reduction, or an average, reduction, right, of 72% that any doctors or providers are sending and billing us for. So you're looking at an example here of one of the members of Impact that was billed $36,000. Impact has access to some, a pricing matrix to know what's a fair market price for each procedure or each treatment or each visit. And Impact says, actually, sir or ma'am, it's not $36,000. It's actually more like $9,000. And the doctors and providers, believe it or not, understand that they're committing highway robbery. And they say, you know what? You're right. It's $9,000. Guess what, ladies and gentlemen? That's a $27,000 difference here, a $27,000 savings. I appreciate the fact that Impact does that on my behalf. And ultimately what happens is the member in this scenario only had to pay $1,000. Who can get excited about some great work that we're doing here, some purposeful things that we're doing in a very broken industry like healthcare? So we're talking about all these amazing services. We're passionate about being able to get customers and help people save money, make money, all these things. But how do we get the customers, Marshall? What are the magic words that we say? Do we got to be salesy? Because I'm not a salesperson, right? I don't like to try to sell and convince people and that sort of thing. Well, guess what? We don't want salespeople here. I come from a sales background initially, and let me tell you something. I struggled when I tried to be that cheesy salesperson saying, Christina, I guarantee you, I can hook you up with the lowest price on DirecTV. You can't beat what I've got. Or Mrs. Stella, let me tell you something. You won't get a better energy rate than what I have. I promise you that. Holler at your boy. Guess how many customers I got that way? Bam, bam, zero, none, because people don't want to be sold. And it took me a while to understand that. I finally listened to my mentors saying, Marshall, you need to be genuine. You need to be, approach people with authenticity. Tell them why you're doing this business. Ask them to do you a favor. Use these words like favor, why, help, support, try the service. And it changed everything about how many customers I was able to get. So here's what I want you guys to do. I want you to take a picture or a screenshot of this. I want you to memorize it. I want you to practice it. And I want you to make it your own, because over time, it becomes so natural to be authentic with this approach. And I want to demonstrate that by actually inviting someone here on the line. I want to see if if Miss Tina Ziegler, Miss Tina, are you available to just unmute yourself and role play with me for a bit?
Yes, I am.
Awesome. Miss Tina's a regional director chilling out in Lubbock, Texas for our energy expansion. But on this call, Tina is also a friend of mine, and I would be calling her up as a friend to friend. And I want you guys to hear how natural that this is going to sound. Tina, you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
All right. Hey, Tina, how are you?
Doing great, chilling out here in Lubbock, like you said. Sitting outside, listening to you.
I love it. I love it. Well, Tina, I always appreciate your just being willing to take my call and appreciate you as a person. But listen, I know you're a busy woman. I just wanted to ask if you could do me a huge personal favor.
Okay, sure for you, but what is it?
Yeah, thank you. I'm very passionate about a business that I started working on involving essential services. And the reason I actually started doing this business is because, I'm in real estate, and right now things are a little bit shaky with everything in our industry. And not only that, I'm a new father and I'm trying to help support my wife and my son. And things are just, lots of different responsibilities and pressures, right? So I started this business and I'm very close to a promotion. And Tina, all I need is like another couple of customers by tonight at midnight. So if you could do me a huge favor, if you would just support me and try one of the services, it would really mean the world to me. Would you be willing to do that?
Absolutely. Tell me what to do.
Thank you so much. I promise I won't recommend anything that doesn't make sense. And maybe if you don't mind, let's start with getting a quote on your healthcare. Is that okay?
Absolutely. Yeah, I need something because I don't have good health care. So yeah.
Awesome. Let's take a look into it. So thank you, Miss Tina, for role playing with me. But guys, let me ask you a question. How salesy did that sound? Not too salesy, right? It was very genuine, very authentic. And I told her the truth. My industry is shaky. I'm a new father. I have a lot of pressures coming my way, and I'm up for a promotion, and I just need another couple of customers right away. You know what a promotion is to me? Man, remember, every 3 services can be an extra $200. That's an extra promotion for me. So I'm telling the truth here, right? You just have to frame it in a way where you're being authentic. And here's the thing, practice this with your mentor and work on it over and over again so you can be natural with these same words. And then we also have advanced trainings, advanced customer trainings that we also prepare. So be on the lookout in our communication channels for when the next one's going to be. But in closing, you want to start by being your own customer and setting up as many services as you can that make sense, and eventually master just 2 to 3 of them. Because when you do that, you're going to be able to get a whole bunch of customers in the ones that you truly prefer. But because you set up as many of your own as possible, you're going to be able to help other people enroll in the ones that you're not as good at, right? That's what's amazing about this opportunity. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a pleasure to serve you. It is now my honor to take a quick flight up to Michigan. So we're going to be able to visit with one of our top leaders that we get a chance to work with. She's a legend in this industry, in this company, and someone I have the world's respect for as a multi-business owner, and someone that's had just incredible success here in this opportunity. And that's none other than Regional Director out of Michigan, Mrs. Stella Williams.
Well, good evening. How's everyone doing this evening? And before I go any further, I would definitely have to give it back up to Mr. Marshall. Oh my goodness, I'm back here like just jotting down all kinds of notes. What an amazing, amazing training. For those of you that are on this call tonight, I definitely want to just let you know who the person who invited you, they saw something special in you. Don't take this opportunity this time lightly. And so I'm going to, just a little bit about myself before I get started. Prior to my getting involved with the opportunity, when I looked at this company, when I was approached by this opportunity, literally I was working 8 to faint. My background was in the mortgage industry as well as in the cosmetology field, and I didn't have any time. And so literally, when I saw this opportunity, I was literally fighting to be able to buy back my time. Fast forward, along the way, along the way, I got married. Today, my husband and I get to build this business together side by side. So for those of you who are looking for time freedom, this opportunity can very well provide you with that. And so I'm excited to be able to share with you all how to build a team. How many of you right now, how many sports fanatics or sports enthusiasts do I have on the line? So for those of you on the call that, you know, like myself, who love sports, we're going to talk about some right now. So how many of you, if you know, as being a sports enthusiast, you understand the importance of having a powerful team. So what we're going to talk about now is building a team. We're going to, you know, so we want to set you up to shoot your best shot coming out of the gate. We're going to help you launch your business right out of the gate. So as you see the right side of the screen, you see all of the services here. We're going to set you up to win right out of the gate. We're going to help you identify 5 of those services. Congratulations. Once that's done, you're going to receive a $200 bonus as your reward. After that, we're going to do a grand opening for you, allow you to, we're going to share this information with individuals, with some of your peers or business partners, people that you know, or business owners that you know, but people that you know, and we're going to do the same with them. Show them how to acquire 5 services. Congratulations, they're going to receive 200, but you're going to receive an additional 500 for a total of 700. And we're going to work to help them keep doing the same thing. Congratulations, that's going to move you to an executive position in the company, as you heard of previously. Now, why is this so exciting? Because now you're moving forward to be able to make money, not just on what you're doing, but what your team is doing. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we want to set, this is what we're going to do. This is the recipe for how you set you start out. And this is your, you want to schedule your private business Zoom in the next 24 to 48 hours. You want to get with the person, the leader of either the person who invited you on the call, and maybe that person just got started. So if that person is not the person, you know, work with the leader that and pick a time that works with you and that leader, not the people that you're going to invite. See, if you were getting married, you don't sit up and schedule your wedding around everyone else's time. You pick the time and then you start extending invitations. Now, the next thing you want to do is you want to start making your invitation list. You want to make a bare minimum of 100 names right out of the gate. This is the next part of your recipe. When you're making this list, do not prejudge. That's the worst thing that you can do. So we want to start with what's called the A list. Now, what's an A list? Mr. Marshall Stewart, this gentleman is a perfect example of what an A list person would be. He's in, you know, not only is he's a business owner, he's in real estate. So you want to think about your business owners. Real estate, you know, how would you love to have a Mr. JT Thomas, or how would you love to have a Miss Tina Ziegler, a Mr. J, you know, a Mr. Marshall Stewart? You also want to think about individuals in real, you know, in insurance, medical professionals as well. You heard Mr. Marshall talk about impact. So imagine, you know, being able to get paid on this broken system. You know, you heard Mr. Darrell talk about that earlier. Imagine being able to take advantage of the trillions of dollars that's been thrown in the air, up in the air right now. Also, you want to think about network marketing professionals, whether it does not matter what, you know, what they're marketing, whether they're currently marketing a product or they have previous network marketing experience. You want to put them down, because when they see this, they throw, you know, the system that we have in place, they literally blows them away. And then you also want to think about the 100,000 plus earners, because they're working, although they may be working a job, a salaried position, they are working that position as though they own that company. So you really want to not overlook those people or think, oh, they're too successful, they would never want to do anything like this. Don't leave out doctors. Don't leave out attorneys. See, it's not up there, but I'm going to tell you, don't leave them out. Also, you want to put down everyone else. And when you're, and then we're going to start making these calls. You want to start making the calls and doing the invites. Invite, and over invite, because the person that does the most inviting is just like with anything else. You've invited to parties before, you've invited to graduations, open houses, and everything. You know, we're approaching the open house situation. So, you know, you want to invite as many people, over invite, because, you know, we know things happen and people will flake. So we want to set you up for success. The person that invite the most people will win. And what we're going to do, I want everybody, please take a picture of this slide here. This is absolutely You know, how many of you understand when you're shooting on different, when you shoot on different parts of the floor, depending on where you're shooting from, you're gonna earn it, you know, get different points. This is the 3-point shot, guaranteed, slam dunk. Take a picture of it, learn it. What I'm gonna do right now, I'm gonna ask Miss Jessica Vargas if she would to role play with me. Now, Jessica is, you know, my friend. So when and I want you guys to pay close attention, please, when you're making these, when you're doing this, be yourself, be natural. Don't be robotic. Don't be weird. So hi Jessica. So when I'm calling her up, I'm gonna be just, you know, just myself, just natural. This is my girlfriend. You know, we're just, you know, we shoot the breeze. So ring ring.
Hello, Miss Stella.
Hey Jessica, listen, how you doing?
Hey, girl, I'm good. How are you doing?
Listen, I'm amazingly blessed as always. Look, I only got a minute.
Okay.
I got a crazy question though.
All right.
Are you open up other ways of making money are you looking at other ways of making money this year?
Am I looking at other ways of money? Of course I am. What's going on?
Well, listen, you know, this economy has been going sideways, and you know, my dad has been experiencing some serious health issues here lately, and that's why I started looking, because I've got to be able to take care of him, because now he's requiring 24-hour care. And as I mentioned, with this economy going the way it's going, I just really had to do some things differently. And so I'm really excited, because you'll never guess who I met. I'm so excited because I actually met an individual having massive success with an online business dealing with essential services and healthcare. His name is Mr. Daryl Taylor. And I'm so excited because Mr. Taylor actually agreed to give me 20 minutes of time tomorrow on a Zoom call to share with myself and just a small group that I'm personally inviting to see what he's doing. So if I send you, if I put you down for coming and send you the link, can I count on you to jump on the call?
Oh, wow. Yeah, sure. I would love to meet Mr. Taylor.
Okay, great. Now, I want you guys to pay close attention. Take a picture of this slide, because can you guys agree everybody won't be as agreeable as Miss Jessica? Miss Jessica, please ask me a question.
Can you tell me a little bit more about this business?
Well, again, I never mentioned a business, but what I can tell you is that's a great question. I don't know all the answers, but what I do know is, you know, Mr. Taylor is having massive success, and based on the success he's having, he's going to be sharing everything with us. Now, it may or may not even be for you, Jessica, but just trust me. Again, it's only going to be about 20 minutes. So can I send you the link and we can evaluate it together?
Yes, of course. Send me the link. And thank you for thinking of it.
I look forward to you being on the call. By the way, Jessica, because it is by invitation only, you'll probably receive a reminder call from either Mr. Taylor, or someone from his executive office. So if you see a number you don't recognize, please be sure to take the call. And do me a favor, jump on the call about 5 minutes early, because I really want to have a chance to introduce you to Mr. Taylor before we get started. Okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Great. Oh, absolutely. Now, these are the things that don't work. Please take a picture. Please, whatever you do not give people a drink of water with a fire hose. What does that mean? Don't start trying to talk about, well, you know, the name of the company is ACN. It costs $2.99 plus $25 a month. You know, they got ADT, they got payment processing, they got identity theft protection. They said something about healthcare. I don't know what it is. They got cell phone. Please don't do that, because you're ruining people's opportunity to be able to see and evaluate the opportunity for themselves. And we don't have a right to do that. Here's your, this is some things that you want to do in order to be able to make sure, to ensure that you have a successful business meeting. Take a picture, please. You want to make sure that you send a text reminder to your guests 15 minutes prior to the time to get started, and make sure that you have your guests confirmed. You're going to send a confirmation list to the speaker so that they can have the guests, they can do the confirmations. Make sure that you have a professional background. Ensure that your camera is on, because your guests are watching you. Make sure that the lights are on. And then also make sure that you test your microphone and all of the equipment so that you're ensuring that everything works properly. Welcome the guests as they come on. You know, don't just have people sitting on there and everything is just quiet. That's awkward. You want to have, you know, make it upbeat and lively. Introduce the speaker and ask everyone to hold the questions to the end, because you don't want the speaker to be the bad guy or gal. Also, you want to pay attention to the speaker and be sure that there are no distractions. And please, whatever you do, don't interrupt the speaker. Have fun and make sure that you keep it professional, though, and prepare for massive success. Because if you're working with any of these champions that you've heard from tonight, I guarantee you will have success. And so our call to action to everyone on this call tonight, make sure that let's complete your Zoom meeting within the next 24 to 48 hours. Let's get you booked and let's help you have success right out of the gate. And so with that, ladies and gentlemen, it is my esteemed pleasure to bring up our next speaker. This gentleman is someone I have a tremendous amount of respect for. He is documented in the company. He has been repeatedly on the charts. He is a servant leader. And so at this time, I would like to bring to the digital stage top producing regional vice president, soon to be platinum regional vice president and senior vice president, Mr. Jonathan Thomas. Mr. Thomas, the call is over to you, sir.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Mr. Stella. And could we give all of our great trainers, and it started, this event has been so exciting. I know it's hard to get excited on Zoom because we're behind these little screens, but just listening to everybody, starting with Ms. Charlene, kicking off the call, Mr. Darrell, you know, doing an incredible overview. And then you got Mr. Marshall teaching us how to make the money and get customers, and Mrs. Stella doing an incredible job teaching us how to build a team. So thank you guys so much for all your leadership and all you do. It's good to see everybody with their camera on. Hey, Samantha, good to see you. Miss Jessica, Miss Faustina Biney, incredible leader. Miss Rena Edmond, Miss Joy, congratulations, Miss Joy, on your success. And Miss Christina, good to see you. And Miss Tina in Lubbock, I know you're traveling. So good to see everybody. I get the honor and pleasure to wrap up the call, guys. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to share a little bit of my story as we get into wrapping up the call, and I'm going to get right into it. So I'm going to talk about my favorite part. And in my opinion, and I say this every single call, so get used to it. Mindset is the most important training. It is the most important training. The other trainings are great and they did an incredible job. Everyone did an amazing job doing the trainings. But mindset to me is what sets apart someone who sees massive success or someone that has no success, or someone that has big success and someone has medium success. It is the mindset and promoting events. So what I want to share with everybody as I get started is, number one, write this down tonight. You want to make sure you make a decision. And what do I mean by decision? It's a $299, $324 a month, or $324 startup, $25 a month, right? But make that decision tonight if you want to get paid when people pay essential bills. That ain't a hard decision for me, all right? But some people are different. That's okay. And if it's not for you, it's okay as well. But at least save money and just thank the person who invited you. You know why? Because they didn't have to invite you to take a look at how people make money on essential bills. They could have just got you as a customer and didn't even tell you that you can get free electricity or feed hungry children or make residual income. So thank them for showing you the opportunity. So make that decision tonight. The second decision is you want to make a decision to win. All right. So make that decision tonight before you get off of this call. Number two, you want to determine your why. You want to understand, why are you doing the business? And here's a question I want to ask you. Why do you need to be successful at this business? See, when I got started, I'm telling you a little bit about my background. I was a business owner. I started in the insurance industry. And with insurance, I was working about 80 hours a week. My mother was sick with cancer at the time. And, you know, praise God, she ended up beating it, you know, by the grace of God. But the reason why I needed to win it wasn't just money. It was because I wanted the time back with my mother as she was going through treatment. And with insurance, it was hard to do that. Does that make sense, everybody? So you got to determine your why. You got to wonder, why do I need this to work? You know, and so write that down tonight. You know, maybe you want to give more to your place of worship. Maybe you want to have more time to travel. Maybe you want to spend more time with your children. Maybe you want to will something to your family. Whatever that why is, you want to make sure you write that down. Number 3, you want to be coachable. All right. Be coachable at the opportunity. Number 4, have a great work ethic and commit. You know, commit to yourself, commit to your why, commit to why you started, and never quit, guys. Have long-term thinking. You never want to quit in this business. Now, there is what we call ERC, which is emotional roller coaster. Now, in this business and in any business, right, there's a roller coaster. No matter what business you do, there is a roller coaster. There is ups and downs. So the first thing you want to say to yourself when you get started is, number 1, you got to get started and get excited. Get excited that you get to make residual income when people pay essential bills. Get excited about your life. Get excited about maybe telling your spouse no longer work again. Get excited about telling your parents never work again. See, I got excited behind that. So that's when you're on a high. When you get off of this call, you're going to be on a high. You're going to be like, man, this business is incredible, right? You know, we got some sharp people on this call. But guess what? When you get off of this call and you call someone and maybe you didn't do the script, right? Maybe you didn't do the words that work like, you know, Miss Estella told you about. And you said, hey, it's this thing that I got involved in. And, you know, there's AT&T, there's T-Mobile, there's Verizon. And man, you can make all of this money. Do you want to join? And then that person says, no, I don't want to join that. And you shouldn't do it either. And look what happens. You're now like, oh man, is this gonna work? Because I called my friend and it just didn't go well. And then what's gonna happen is you're gonna talk to your mentor like I did. And I talked to them and I said, hey, this didn't work. How do I do better? And they said, well, did you use the words that work? Did you take a screenshot? And I'm like, nah, I didn't. I just thought I could wing it. Well, that's the problem. You're trying to wing your success, and that ain't going to happen. So what happened was I talked to my mentor, and then the next call I made was to my friend and my business partner, my mentor. And when I talked to him, I did the words that work. And he, ladies and gentlemen, said, oh my gosh, I've been looking for something. You should have called me last month. I was looking for something, but thank you for calling me. I'm definitely interested. Get me on a call with the people that you're talking about. I want to see what you got going on. And ladies and gentlemen, here we are today. He enrolled in the businesses and seeing massive success. So guys, there's roller coaster in anything. There's ups and downs in anything, but just ride the ride, keep the bar down, and understand you must know your why, and that'll help you in this business. Now, the thing about mindset is people usually fall into 3 categories when you're talking to them. There is usually a red apple, which these are your yes people. They love to say yes. If you tell them, hey, there's a movie coming out, King Kong versus Godzilla, I'm there. All right. You call them up, they there. You're going to go to dinner, they're there, right? Those are your yes people. They love to say yes, they're red apples. The green apples are people that say, you know, maybe, oh, who's going to be there at the movie? Oh, I don't like that person, right? They're going to have all kinds of questions. And that's okay. They're just maybe, they're just green apples. And then there's the no's. The no's are the people that, nah, I don't like movies. Nah, I don't like eating, right? No, I don't want to go anywhere else. I just want to stay at home. That's okay, guys. Just say that's all right. And sort. You want to sort in this business, not sell anybody. Can somebody put that in the chat? No selling. Put that in the chat. No selling. You don't want to sell anybody. Please don't sell anybody on how to make money on paying bills. Please don't sell anybody. All right. Have that mindset. Now, there's a 4-step system here. And I'm going to bring this up so you guys can take notes. The first part of the system is you attend the quick start trainings. You want to make sure that you attend the trainings, guys. Take notes. All right. Just like tonight, it's a basic quick start training. Number two, you want to get qualified. So if you're new on this call and you haven't gotten customer qualified, you want to make sure you do that. That's part of the system. But after that, you want to make sure you schedule a grand opening like Miss Estella talked about. So you want to do that right away. The third part of the system is to attend Friday Night Leadership. How many of you, by show of hands, have attended a Friday Night Leadership, by show of hands? Some of you. Oh man, Friday Night Leadership, guys. Let me tell you something. That's where you're going to hear all of the goods on why we're the #1 team in the last 16 years and the system works. So you're going to want to attend a leadership class and just see the people that are involved. About 200 plus people on that call. It's incredible, guys. And then the last part of the training and the last part of the system is to attend local events and national events. And guys, I'm excited because the local events are incredible. I want to share with you guys a quick video and then we'll be right back. But this is going to show you the power of getting together live and not just on a Zoom. So guys, give me thumbs up if you can hear. And we'll be right back.
If you want to see 2024 be all that more for you and your family, elevate yourself, elevate your mind.
People are absolutely fired up to change their lives after seeing everything that they came to see. The convention has done its job.
When you come to these events, let me tell you what's going to happen. ACN's going to get inside of you.
You are 100% at the right place.
We are fired up. Training, recognition.
This is absolutely amazing.
If you can't get better here, where thousands of people want you to get better, where are you going to go to get better?
You are already Senior Vice President Platinums. You are leaders. You already are successful. You have to believe it first, and then it will happen. You have to be before it is.
So guys, the next event is in Cleveland. You want to make sure you register for that event. It's Cleveland, Ohio, June 22nd, June 23rd. Make sure you mark your calendars. There is a pre-reg price of $159, but make sure you get all of your accommodations out of the way. But along the side of that, there are some events along the way. There's a Houston event here in Houston. So if you're in Houston, guys, we have an event here. I myself will be hosting. You heard from Mr. Marshall and Miss Greg will be also training that day. An incredible big event we have here in Houston, guys. And then there's another event out of the California marketplace. Lots of events going on. And then, of course, there's an event out of Michigan, guys. So if you're in the Michigan area, Michigan State, or they'll get together with more details on that for the location. But if you're in Michigan, guys, you want to make sure that you attend this event. You heard from Mrs. Stella earlier, training. She's going to be there live along with other trainers, Miss Boyd as well, and Mr. Williams, guys. It's going to be an incredible training. And so to wrap this up, here's your call to action. You want to make sure you get customer qualified and start making money today. So knock out your 5 services right away. The second thing you want to do is practice your invite. Practice how to talk to your family members and friends and individuals about how to invite them to a Zoom meeting. And then number 3, you want to make sure you enroll for the next live event. So guys, I'm excited. This is an incredible opportunity, guys. And it's great to see everybody tonight. But here's what I will tell you. Let your learning lead to action. Okay, so we're going to get into some breakout rooms, guys. I'm excited for everyone. This is an incredible week of live events. So feel that momentum. Go out there, inspire others. Make sure you share this opportunity with others because let me tell you something. People are looking out there right now. Can we all agree? So with that being said, I appreciate everybody. God bless you guys. We're going to jump into some breakout rooms and we'll be